Hey students, this is lesson 6.1. We're going to learn in this lesson the polygon angle sum theorems, which lets you figure out the number of degrees in a polygon, the number of interior degrees in a polygon, or the number of exterior degrees in a polygon. All right, go ahead and do the review and I'll check back with you. Okay, so the sum of the interior angles of measures of a polygon depends on the number of sides the polygon has. You can divide a polygon with n sides into n minus 2 triangles, and so from that, each triangle has 180 degrees, so if you just multiply the number of triangles, you can divide a polygon into, by 180, you get the number of degrees in the interior angles. All right, so here's theorem 6.1. The formula for the measure of the interior angles of an n-gon is n minus 2 times 180. And then the measure of each interior angle of a regular meaning that all angles are the same and all sides are the same, is find the interior angles, which is the formula we just had, and then divide that by the number of sides. Go ahead and see if you can answer 9 and 10. Okay, so finding a polygon angle sum, what is the sum of the angle measures of a 10-gon or a decagon? And so the first thing we're going to do is just write down the formula, and that is the quantity n minus 2 times 180, n being the number of sides. So that's our interior angle formula for polygons. And then we're just going to substitute the number of sides in for n. And then we'll just simplify that. And 180 times 8 is 1,440. So there are 1,440 degrees in the interior angles of a decagon. Go ahead, you try that. This drawing that they made for you to check that, it actually isn't a 17-gon, it's a 15-gon. But you can see that you can draw in 13 triangles, and so you can multiply that by 180 to get the interior angles of that one. All right. Marcy creates a floor tile pattern using squares, regular hexagons, and regular dodecagons, 12-sided polygons. What is the measure of each angle in one of the regular dodecagons? The formula for that, going back to the previous page, is this one. You need to find the interior angles and just divide that by the number of angles, since all the angles are the same. So we're going to use that formula to figure this one out. N minus 2 times 180 divided by n, and since our polygon is 12 sides, we'll just substitute that in. And we got to divide that by 12 to get the number of degrees in one of the angles. If we simplify that, we get 6 times 180 divided by 12, and that equals, oops, I subtracted wrong there. It's not 6 times 180, it's 10 times 180. And then, so 10 times 180 divided by 12 gives us 150 degrees for each of those angles. All right, you could try that. All right, let's use this polygon angle sum theorem to try and find a missing angle. So here we're missing an angle, let's just call it x. And the measure of angle B in the quadrilateral ABC. Now, from the polygon angle sum theorem, we know that all the interior angles add up to the number of sides minus 2. times 180. And that's equal to 2 times 180. And that's 360. And 360 is going to equal our missing angle plus the other three angles, 112, 91, and 98. And so we can just subtract those three angles, 112, 91, and 98 from 360. And we get the missing angle is, so x is equal to 360 minus all those angles, which is 59. All right, let's go ahead and you try that. All right, another theorem related is the sum of the measures of the exterior angles of a polygon, one at each vertex is 360. And this diagram shows you that think about going around like this, how many degrees you're turning each time. And if you do it all, you end up where you started. And so that's 360 degrees. So we can find missing angle because we know that all the angles are going to add up to 360 degrees. So if we add that 72, those should all add up to 360. These should all add up to 360, and you're missing 56 degree angle there. So let's use that idea here. What is the measure of the exterior angle of a regular hexagon? Hexagon means there are 6 sides, 6 angles. So, and we know that the total number of degrees in all the exterior angles would be 360. And so if we take that and divide that by, since this is a regular hexagon, that means that all these angles are the same. So we could write, let's just say one of them is x, so we could write an equation like this: 6 times x equals 360. Oops. Let's write it using angle 1. So 6 times the measure of angle 1 is equal to 360. So the measure of angle 1 is equal to 360 divided by 6, which is 60 degrees. All right, you try that. All right, go ahead and do the lesson check, and we'll talk about it next time we meet in class.